In this video, we learn how to turbocharge your Pi to make it even more useful, and all in just 4 commands. In the earlier video, we said that one of the most powerful things about the Pi is that it runs Linux and is woven into the internet in an even closer way than your mobile is connected to the phone system. Here we see how this power is combined to help you produce in minutes facilities that used to take huge resources and cost a fortune to achieve. When you first switch on the Pi, the screen fills with line after line of information as it boots before it gets to the prompt for you to log in. There's no need to read or understand this information, but more and more of it will become clear as you study what the Pi does. The same applies in the following stages. A great deal of information will appear on the screen which may or may not make sense. It will take some minutes to do, and it will ask you to respond to some simple questions in the process. You do not need to understand anything else written on the screen, just like the boot process. All you do need to understand is that we're asking the Pi to learn some extra skills by installing code via the internet. To make this thing easier for us, the code is all neatly contained in what are called packages. APT is the Advanced Packaging Tool and works a little like this. Let's first ensure that everything is up to date by entering apt-get update. The command Advanced Packaging Tool get update almost speaks for itself. It tells the Pi to go onto the net and check that it has the latest details. The response on your machine may appear to be different from what appears on this screen, depending on how up to date it is. Just enter Y to any question if asked. If all is well, the Pi will return with a prompt once it's fully up to date. We're now going to install 3 packages. Let's start with apt-get install Apache 2. This tells the Pi to install Apache 2, which is a web server. We will see what this does in a moment when we test it. Now my Pi is not fast, that I've cheated by speeding up this video. It's not unusual to see warnings like this, but don't worry about it. Again, answer Y as yes as a default to any question. So, Apache 2 is installed and up to date. Flushed with success, we move on to add apt-get install PHP 5. Again, apt goes off to find and installs PHP 5, which is a package we will be using shortly. I'll speed up the video to save time. Again, if all goes well, the prompt returns. The third and final package we need is MySQL. This allows us to run the SQL that we learnt earlier. Enter apt-get install MySQL-server. The response should now be familiar, but this one takes a good deal longer. The most important screen is this blue one requesting a root password for your database. As explained, a password is not essential, but if you enter one, do not forget it. The screen reappears to confirm that you have entered your password correctly. The installation eventually finishes, and if all is well, the prompt reappears. Well done! In this section, we've used the Advanced Packaging Tool, APT, to get an update, install Apache 2, install PHP, and install MySQL. Quite a feat! In the next section, we learn how to test that these 3 packages are installed correctly and are working. In the last section, we installed Apache 2, PHP and MySQL. Here we test whether they're installed and working. Let's start with MySQL. Enter MySQL -u root -p. A prompt returns asking for your password. Once cleared, you see this screen. This is your own personal version of MySQL. Here you can test your SQL skills, such as show databases, please. Show tables in MySQL, please. Play until your heart's content and enter quit to exit MySQL. You have confirmed it's working. Well done. One of the first commands we used told us what IP address we were using. It was ifconfig. Enter this now and note your IP address. Ask a friend on another machine on your LAN to enter http:// your IP address. If they see this, then bathe in the warm satisfaction that Apache 2, the world's most popular web server, is running on your Pi. But you can go further. The contents of the screen seen on the remote browser can be modified. We use Nano, a text editor that we cover elsewhere. For the moment, just enter nano/var/www/index.html. The colouring on the screen here is difficult to see clearly, but delete everything and replace it with a simple message. I'll use the standard Hello World. Hold down the Control key and press O, and then press Enter to save your changes. Refresh the screen on the remote browser by holding down the Control key and pressing the F5 key. This is a really great way of refreshing a browser screen. Congratulations! You've now transmitted your first web page. Heady with success, we can now check the installation of PHP. One of the uses of PHP is to connect your database to the web. It may look frightening, but it's very powerful and covered later. For the moment, we just want to confirm that it's installed and working. Back to the prompt and enter nano/var/www/index.php. Enter this code exactly as it's shown on the screen. Save the file. Hold down the Control key and press O to save, and then press Enter. In the address bar of the remote browser, enter http:/your IP address /index.php. If this screen appears, then the third and final part of this installation has been completed successfully. PHP is installed and working. Resume! During this video, we've installed Apache, the world's most popular web server, MySQL, the database, and gluing them together, PHP. Linking the Pi to the internet has produced a really powerful platform from which to achieve some wonderful things. We will cover some of these in future videos. But one last thing. It's taken time to install and check these packages. The more time and effort invested in your Pi, the more annoying it is when you lose everything. So, to protect your system, only insert and remove your memory card when the power is off. Don't just pull the power supply out, and shut down your system cleanly. Just enter shutdown -H now.